A South Korean cargo ship carrying approximately 4,000 vehicles bound for the Middle East has listed heavily off the coast of the southern U.S. state of Georgia. The U.S. Coast Guard said the Golden Ray had a pilot and 23 crew members on board when it capsized in St. Simon's Sound. A tanker carrying petroleum products from the Cayman Islands with a displacement of 25,881 tons caught fire as a result of an explosion. There were a total of 25 people on board, but all of them were rescued. However, 11 sailors and 6 rescuers were injured, mostly from burns and smoke inhalation.
A salvo of torpedoes fired at close range struck HMS Barham. The stricken battleship keeled over to port. Within 4 minutes of being hit, her aft magazine blew up. She sank with the loss of 862 lives.
Ship loses cargo during storm. The 195-meter-long oil tanker was caught in a 12-point storm. The wind speed reaches 50 meters per second. The boat ended up against the rocks because of the strong Sirocco wind that throughout the day had blown over Sicily and is half sunk, bow first. Fortunately, no injuries were recorded, either among the passengers or among the crew members. In all, there were 117 passengers and 6 crew members on board. Scenes of panic were recorded. The passengers were disembarked thanks to lifeboats and boats made available by the islanders. Container ship UASC Medina rammed ship Thompson Spirit in Slovenian port. Beautiful shots of the Queen Elizabeth cruise ship in the Atlantic Ocean during an 11 magnitude storm. The ship cleaves through huge waves. On a fishing vessel in the open sea, a fisherman fell overboard while pulling a trawl. The South Korean merchant ship Stellar Banner was sunk off the coast of the Brazilian state of Maranhão after running aground and sustaining serious damage. The initial inspection showed that the cargo ship had a 25-meter-long hole. The decision to sink the vessel was made after a thorough assessment of its condition.
Падение не зафотоешь, что ли, ёбаный рот. Блять, как бы самому не уебаться еще.
The RTS Pioneer cargo ship, with a displacement of 70,000 tons, can withstand very harsh weather conditions off the coasts of the Philippines and China. These are the infamous waters where powerful seasonal typhoons originate. A small ship caught in a storm loses its cargo. The Japanese-flagged container ship One Apus lost 1,916 cargo containers after it was caught up in a violent storm in the Pacific on November 30th, 2020. The vessel arrived on December 8th in the Japanese port of Kobe, where ship owners and managers said a full safety inspection would be carried out. The incident is described as the second biggest cargo loss in shipping history.
Wow, that was nice, man. That was nice, man. Oh shit.
The Ocean X Sanderling pushed to St. John's, NL from Halifax in a very bad winter storm. The vessel pushed at 11-12 knots, while other vessels in the area slowed to a safe 3-4 knots for safety and to prevent any damages.
Oh man. Huh?
A Chinese Navy warship collided with its own Coast Guard vessel while chasing a Philippine patrol boat in the South China Sea. This rare and dramatic incident has attracted the attention of the world community. A giant cargo ship transports timber during a storm. These waves are quite powerful and high. At such moments, the full force of nature is really felt.
In Egypt, a Red Zed oversized cargo ship lost control due to a steering system failure, rammed a pier, and ran aground in the Suez Canal.
A large loaded cargo ship sails in the Pacific Ocean through a 10-point Beaufort storm. A small fishing boat passes powerful waves near the rocks.
It's the first day of the cruise and you're finally boarding your ship. What's the first thing you do? Do you explore and walk around the ship? Head to the pools? Go to your stateroom and unpack? Grab some food? Book all of your activities in advance? Or do you get a drink?
Video taken on the Queen Elizabeth in very rough seas during her maiden transatlantic crossing in January 2011. The aftermath of a major hurricane in the Indian Ocean. Part of the cargo on the ship was lost.
We stopped.
A severe storm caught a cargo ship in the Pacific Ocean. Huge waves are rolling on the deck.
Нихуя себе, блядь. Вот это въебало, блядь. Не знаю, блядь. Хорошо, что не вышли, блядь.
Bulk carrier Good Faith ran aground in stormy weather on the northern coast of Andros Island, Greece, in the Aegean Sea. A fire broke out on the cargo ship at night. As a result, all the cars were destroyed. Russian chemical tanker goes through a storm in the Black Sea. Drone footage showed the Solong and the Stena Immaculate floating in the North Sea after their collision. The Stena Immaculate was carrying 220,000 barrels of jet fuel for the U.S. Air Force when it was struck while stationary by the German-owned Solong on Monday morning. The cargo ship sinks to the bottom. The Drake Strait is an intercontinental strait connecting the southern parts of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The cargo ship Red Rose goes through a storm.
Tupong na sa barko. Oh. Allah. Zek. Too much, eh?
The Greek cargo ship Rena ran aground off the coast of New Zealand during a storm. Environmentalists are afraid of a fuel leak, as the fuel has not been pumped out of the holds, leaving about 100 tons of fuel oil. Aurora Australis, in a fully developed force 9 gale on her way to Antarctica. Wind 40-45 knots. Significant wave height 9 meters, but the most impressive wave is the dumping 14-meter breaker just ahead of the ship. The last pieces of the good ship Fedra that crashed at Europa Point on the south at Gibraltar are not easy to get out off the water.
Det var vist ikke meningen. Det tror jeg ikke.
Ja.
Naval experiment in the Pacific Ocean. An American warship or platform is deliberately sunk and spills into the water in an upright position in order to switch between horizontal and vertical orientations. An oil tanker is experiencing a powerful Hurricane Sandy in the Sargasso Sea, a 12-point Beaufort storm. Cruise ship Anthem of the Seas go through Hurricane Hermine.
Rare footage from the bridge of the aircraft carrier USS Kitty Hawk, returning home to the naval base in Yokosuka, Japan, during a powerful storm. The starboard bridge at the bow was severely damaged by the impact of strong waves, and the safety net was torn off. Currently, the aircraft carrier has been removed from active service.
A cargo ship is struggling with giant waves in the rough sea of northern China. The force of the storm reaches 12 Beaufort points.
Πάμε 25%. 25.
Μπράβο, καλό ήταν το 25.
Πίστευτο. Μέσον. Τι πες τώρα. Κάνε 30%. 30. Και έλα 2-4-0. 30 επί 2.
Former Navy ship HMAS Tobruk has been scuttled off the Queensland coast, where it will become a dive site and tourist attraction.
Glad it fell off.
so it just gets down there. Hear it screaming. Oh, it's going to go belly up. Oh no, it might come back.
On the morning of 16th April 2014, the ferry MV Sewol sank while en route from Incheon towards Jeju City in South Korea. The 6,125-ton vessel sent a distress signal from about 2.7 kilometers north of Byongpungdo at 0858 KST. On January 26, 2016, the 164-meter vessel lost stability in a storm and quickly drifted towards the French coast in the Bay of Biscay. A team of dedicated rescuers from Smith Salvage arrived at the scene within 24 hours and were able to prevent an environmental disaster. Watch the video of this impressive rescue operation. The chemical tanker Blue Star ran aground off the coast of Spain. 2 tugboats were called for assistance, as a result of which the tanker was successfully towed to the port. The Spanish cargo ship Luno crashed off the coast of Biscay, France. As a result of engine failure during a storm, the ship drifted and was then washed ashore near Bayonne by the wind and current. The freighter ran into a breakwater extending from the shore, after which it was torn into 2 parts by the surf's pressure. All 12 sailors aboard the cargo ship were rescued and evacuated by helicopters from the French Coast Guard.
A Russian tanker with fuel oil crashed in the Kerch Strait. 1 sailor died, and the rest of the crew were evacuated. The old ship was broken in half due to the strong waves during the storm. Thousands of tons of oil products ended up in the sea. A fishing boat is sailing through a powerful storm. Huge waves cover the ship and toss it like a light boat. I wonder if the team is scared.
Peace.
Ёбаный рот! Всем, mayday, mayday! Mayday, всем! Понял? Ты на костюмы! Понял? Да, перестань! Ты на костюмы! Mayday! Mayday, mayday! This is not a vessel Arvin! Mayday! Mayday, mayday! My vessel broken! My vessel, mayday! Arvin, Arvin!
Тонем, съебуй, съебуй!
Due to adverse weather conditions, the Palau-flagged Arvin vessel anchored in the administrative area of the port of Barton crashed and sank. Units of the Search and Rescue Coordination Center were immediately dispatched to the region.
Arvin, mayday, mayday! Arvin, help me, mayday!
The MSC Opera cruise ship was about to dock at the passenger terminal in Venice when it experienced technical problems. Two tugboats guiding the cruise ship in Venice tried to stop it, but were unable to prevent a collision due to a broken tow rope. As a result, the vessel crashed into a pier and damaged a moored pleasure craft. The cargo ship Grand America sank 330 kilometers west of La Rochelle after a fire. There were 2,200 tons of fuel oil on board in the cargo compartments. Fishing vessel passes through a powerful storm. This is the Johns Hopkins Glacier calving. A calving this size has not been seen for over 30 years. This was observed from our cabin balcony on the yacht Island Princess.
Wow, that's a big piece. Oh my God, look at that piece. Oh my God.
Oh man. Whoa.
I had it on video.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Another one. Holy crap. Wow. Bananas.
No, it's just ice.
That was dumb.
Well, I don't have a sense of humor, so I have to do what I can.
Oh, wall's going. Oh,
Wow. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding?
Oh, quit saying you're processing and shoot pictures of you. From the top to the bottom.
There it is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Best of all.
Whoa. Are you videoing it?
All of it.
Whoa. Holy crap. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no.
This iceberg was calved by Argentina's Uppsala Glacier. While we were passing by it with a catamaran, the huge berg lost a part of itself and then flipped over with a huge roar. While exploring a glacier in the Tracy Arm Fjord in Alaska, large chunks of ice fall from a 200-foot tidal glacier, and a huge wave rises that rocks the boat.